Hello everybody, this is Kysen here and welcome back to another episode here on our FTB Continuum series. Now this time I've been doing quite a lot of work off camera, so we're going to start off by just catching up with what's been going on there. And you can see some new things straight away right here with this kind of bridge thing that I'm on right here. So first of all, this is the mining area, so that's our base just over there, which I'll show you guys in a second. But just kind of built a basic mine going off into here, and then down this way we've got that all kind of dug out. So I'll probably at some stage get around to doing like the walls and the ceiling in here and around here too. For now I've just kind of done the floor and the stairs and this little entranceway. I've been doing a lot with chisels and bits as well, and that's sort of like, cut this stuff here back a little bit. You can't really see that, but then brought this out, and I think these walls would look good if they were like cut back a bit and maybe all different levels and things, and I can maybe do the same with the floor. So I'm going to have a look more at this sort of stuff, but for now it's like, it's functional. I can get all my resources that I need through mining, and it looks okay with this little entranceway. So it also gives you guys a chance to give your input if you think there's any designs or ideas that would look cool. But anyway, so I made this bridge going all the way over to our base, which will run along now. You'll see this is cherry wood slabs, and that's what all these purple leaf trees are right here. So I've planted loads of them in the area because I'm using a lot of the cherry wood. And then did these little kind of railing things as well with chisel and bits and dark oak. And they're purposely made at height where I can jump over them if I need to get down. And basically we've got these like poles here that are holding everything in place, and then these little handrails, and I think we need more of these poles going along. So again, that's something I'll add in, but it's kind of time consuming, all the chisel and bit stuff. It's a bit fiddly at times and stuff, so I just kind of thought I'll just do a basic thing for now and then get on with the rest of that later. So yeah, this bridge, as I say, leads all the way down to our base, and I'm quite happy with how it looks. The only problem is you can see here with the stairs, the texture is not quite right, which I think is just something that's like a little bug that we'll hopefully fix in one of the future updates. We'll see how we go with that anyway, but it doesn't look too bad anyway, and you kind of get the idea of what we're going for here, right? And yeah, like that. This guy here, I found this guy over that way-ish, just decided to use a couple of bones and get him or her. The gender has not yet been decided, and neither has the name. I thought I'd let you guys suggest names in the comments, and I'll just pick whichever one I like the best. So if you'd like to suggest a name for our dog, then go ahead and drop me a comment and suggest some names. Okay, I also did this. I made up this thing, which is a market block. So if I just go here, type in market, there we go. Not too bad to make, so any kind of planks and wool with an emerald in the middle. And the cool thing about it is that you can buy different types of seeds here. All different types of seeds, different saplings as well if I get far enough through. You'll see that, we'll come on to that eventually. It's quite a way to go. So there's another type of seeds, and then yeah, like apple saplings there, avocado saplings, all that kind of stuff. So kind of useful to have that. You can also create, I can't think of the name of it right now, but basically it does the same thing but in reverse. So you're actually selling to the market. It's really annoying that I can't think what that is. Let's go to Pam's a second. Why did that not work? If I type in market, that is from, I forgot to put the @ symbol in. Okay, it's probably on the last page or something. You can tell I did a lot of research for this episode, guys, right? Oh, you know what? I'll figure that out later. Can't be bothered to look right now. I'm sure you guys don't want to see it. Anyway, so these are all the cherrywood trees with the purple leaves. And of course we need those because I'm going to be making a lot of stuff out of this. So I've done this bridge for now, but in fact if we just come over this way, you'll see I've done another bridge over here too. And what we're going to do this episode is make some coke ovens. So I've left room here to put 2 coke ovens in. That should be enough to be getting on with. And I was thinking with this kind of idea where we've got like, let's see where that bridge is. So those poles with the handrails and things, I was thinking like here we could have those poles coming down going into the water, and we could put some handrails like up around here as well, and maybe around this section, and then make these like floating islands things going off in this way. And that'd be really good, I reckon, for particularly our farming. Not the animals, because I still want to put the animals out this way, I think, in kind of a more natural environment. But for all of the seeds, all of the like fruit and veg and all that sort of stuff that we're going to be growing, I thought maybe we could do that over this way and get a bit of a base going on these floating islands. So let me know what you think about that and if you have any ideas. Right now I'm going for the combination of cherry wood and dark oak, because I quite like both of those, and they're reasonably easy to farm. The nice thing about the cherry tree farming as well is once these things turn to saying ripe, at the moment you can see it says unripe, we can cut down these trees and we get loads of cherries for each tree that we harvest. So it's a bit of a food source there as well, so kind of an extra benefit of doing that. So the coke ovens, so that's what I wanted to do today. This is the quest, so it's this one right here, Baking Bad, pretty great name. It says that the coke oven is a multi-block machine that turns one coal into one coal coke and 500 millibuckets of creosote oil, there we go, to make it. Place 3x3 coke brick in the world and right-click it with an engineer's hammer on the middle of the fence. You want to be the front. To make the treated wood, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we don't need to worry about that. Basically, the thing that's important there, we need 27 coke bricks, and I've been doing some things in preparation for this. Oh, just to say as well, these things here, golden lassoos, I'll show you those really quickly. As you see, I've made a few of those up. Just string and some gold nuggets, so not too expensive, but the thing is they are 8 XP, so I made up, what was it, 4 of those, wasn't it? Yeah. And I got 2 pigs and 2 sheep, so we can start breeding those, and then I'm going to go and reuse them and get like cows and chickens and stuff as well. I want to get on with the food side of things, because obviously we're going to need that. So yeah, that took me 32 XP, so I did a lot of mining, as you can see from this chest. So we've got some decent resources going on now, and that's how I got all of my levels that I then spent pretty much on the lasso. But I reckon it was worth it. Okay, so I'm going to need that. I'm going to need some clay, and I'm going to need some sand, I believe 4 stacks. Went and got some of that off camera as well. And then we can get on making these coke bricks, which are... Wait, where do they go? These ones, right? Yeah. Okay, so basically, yeah, 4 bricks, 4 sand, and 1 clay. And that is in a crafting bench. Okay. So, yeah, okay, we'll just make them all up. Probably don't need them all. Am I putting this? Yeah, I thought it was in the wrong orientation. I do that all the time. I forget like which way they go. But there we go. We're making them up. So, pretty easy to get this going on. And then the only other thing that I need is the engineer's hammer. So let's have a look at that. Engineer's hammer, 2 sticks, 2 iron, 1 string. Do I have a string? I'm not sure that I do. Dang. Okay. Oh, I've got some cotton. That's good. Found some on my trip back to get some sand. We've got that. We need 2 iron. I'll just chuck 2 in with some tiny coal. That's the easiest way to do that, I guess. So that can be cooking, and then some sticks. We've got 1 stick. That's no good. Let's use up. Oh, mouse just, or my computer just dying there quickly. Alright, so now we should have everything we need once this has smelted. Just need 1 more of those. And so then we'll have a couple of cocoa ovens up and going, and we will progress further through the quest, which is awesome. I'm not going to stick to the quest, like, you know, entirely if there's something else that I want to be doing, but for now it still seems like they're pretty good in terms of the progression that they're leading us on. Oh, we got a little achievement for that as well. Oh, quest complete, there we go. Oh, that's right, we didn't have to make the ovens, we just had to do this. Oh, okay, so you can choose which one of these that you want. Okay. I'm going to go for the oil can, I think. Oh, wait, do I need to... It said quest complete. Oh, maybe it was a different quest. No, it wasn't that one. That's really quite... Oh, this one? Yes. Oh, I see. I accidentally did that, and I get 1 oak bookcase. Huh. Well, that is just awesome. That's exactly what I wanted. Let's put that there. So, yeah, how wonderful. I have no idea why it gave me that. Alright, let's get these going. So, we can get rid of this. It's weird, the way you get these experience drops, but I guess that's kind of cool. Alright, so 3x3, so just fill this in, and then hit it with a hammer. That's basically all there is to it. Which I'll put, like, here. Yeah, there we go. And we'll make up a second one here. I thought this would be a good little area because this is only a small little bridge, so there's not too much you can do in this area. But and probably for now as well, 2 coke ovens is like enough. I'm sure we'll make more in the future, and we can place those around in different areas and, you know, rehouse things and that sort of thing. But I think this would be pretty cool for now. All right, so we've got our 2 coke ovens. That's awesome, and plenty of spare coke bricks for later too. You'll notice that I make a lot of spare stuff. I just find it's helpful to kind of have it. So just to complete that quest though, if we go back into here where we were, we needed to make a tank. Okay, so let's go have a look at that in here. There we go, so that is this one right here. So we're going to need 6 bronze, some glass we have, and an iron casing. Yep, that's not too bad. I actually need to make up a gear cast. I don't think I've done that yet. And then the bronze as well. Look at how we're going to do that. But okay, so that's fine. I think what I'll do is I'll get all the stuff together to kind of complete this quest, because then we're going to go off in a bit of a different direction. Just kind of wanted to get that quest out of the way, and then we might take a look at some other quests rather than do too much with the coke ovens today. So yeah, let me go and make up that stuff, and I will be right back. Alright guys, well, I now have the materials needed to make up our tank, as we see a little butterfly here, coming from these trees, and the butterflies look pretty cool actually. You get them all throughout the forest, they're pretty awesome, add a nice little effect. But anyway, I digress. So we got the iron casing, 2 of those, and 6 of those, and we have our tank, which is great. Now I actually started these, let's claim our reward a second, so those 2. So I was gonna, actually I think I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna get the coke instead of the oil, because I think I'll have a lot of that anyway. Yeah, let's do that. Alrighty. And talking about the coke ovens, I got these started a minute ago. So you can see there we've been put some blocks of coal in there. So let's start filling these up, and let's start filling up our tank, shall we? So put that in there and keep filling up these just to make space for more to come in. So I think the tank can hold 16 buckets worth. So yeah, decent enough capacity. How much is in there? Perfect. Alright, so each bucket holds 1,000, so I was just making sure that we had the right amount. So the next thing I want to do is off camera, while I was waiting for some of this stuff to happen, I went up and made up some little pens to store our animals in. Okay, I nearly spilled oil into the ocean there. That would have been bad, wouldn't it? And I'm guessing I can pick this up. Yeah, like that. There we go. So in fact I'll probably sleep because it's just turned night time, and then we'll go put these animals into our little pens. So they're just like little holding pens, not like permanent ones for now. I will make sort of a permanent animal area soon, as I said, probably in that direction. But let's just get these down here. So alright, I believe these 2 are both the same. Yep, just making sure. Now I'm hoping these pens will hold them just fine, and they won't sort of escape from there, because this is done with chiseling bits. So yeah, hopefully that works. They're not glitching out. I'll have to keep an eye on that, especially the babies is one thing I'm concerned about. The other thing as well, I'm going to need to start a carrot farm soon, so we can be breeding the pigs up, because I don't have many carrots at the moment, I don't think. I think I kind of ate them all. In fact, I'm just going to check and see if I actually have any of them. Let's see. Oh, this could be another trip back to one of the villages, but that'll be something that I'll do. I'll spare you guys that that journey. Okay, so that quest is complete. We are getting through the quest. I think the next one to do, let's have a look at this, is to get this Clockwork Engine going. So basically, everything here is just kind of a tutorial about how it works, which rather than reading it through, I'll just show you guys because it's very easy. Let's chuck these just in here for now, out of the way. Just trying to kind of keep things somewhat organised, which is always a challenge I find on modded, because you have so many items and so many different items, and it can be difficult, but yeah, just doing my best to keep organised here, Alrighty, so where was I? Clockwork Engine, that was it. So I was having a look at this off camera just a second ago. So 3 iron, that's not too bad. A block of gold, a clock as well, so it's 4 for that, and a golden gear. Alright, so let's have a look here. We're going to need a lot of gold, clearly. Oops, let me take that up. So I've got a bit of gold on me. So I'm going to need 9 for the block. Plus 4 is 13, plus another 4 is of course 16. So let's smelt up this in our smeltery, get that going. We've got a bit of bronze left there as well. In fact, I'll just take that out in block form, I think, just while we're at this. What else are we going to need for this? The iron, 3 iron. Okay, let's go have a look at that. Wait, was there any other iron in that recipe? Just while I'm checking here. So no, just need a piston, which, let's see, planks and cobble. Yep, just checking the recipe's not been changed, because some of the recipes are a little bit different on this one. So we are going to need iron here as well. So we need 4 iron in total, which I think we may have. Yeah, there we go. That was very handy. Okay, so let's do that. Oh wait, did I just? Yeah, give me back. Just want to double check as well that I'm not going to be pouring the wrong thing here, because I did that before and that's a pain. So it's definitely the bronze on the bottom. Yep. Good. So that can start coming out of there. And then we'll get our gear cast in here. And just wait for that to pour out. And then we've got our gold. There we go. Actually, I should have probably just... never mind. Alright, so we got our gear. Almost. We're going to need a little bit of redstone as well to make up the clock, of course. So let's just grab some of that out there. Okay, so if we go to clock, make that one up. Nice and easy. And then once we start getting through these quests a bit, the next thing I want to do is I want to start doing some farming over there. More of crops than animals for now. And in fact, we're going to need a lot of the crops to feed the animals. So that's kind of all part of it. But so I think that'll be kind of the next thing that we do. Right, so we've got the clock, we've got the gear, so we need the block of gold, which I'll just make up here. Didn't need to smelt up all the gold that I did, but never mind. And there's our iron, minus the one that we need for the piston, so we're going to need some cobble. I always get that wrong. And some planks as well, wasn't it? There we go. Alright, so hopefully we make this here. Might need to be an EFAB thing actually, we'll just double check it in a second. Yeah, looks like it. Should have known. Alright, so let's try that again. So that one in there, these up here, and some cobble around the sides. There we go, start that off. 20 seconds, because I haven't got all my gearboxes connected. This is a silly thing, I actually really need to get set up a little bit better than I am, because I've got 3 gearboxes laying around doing nothing. I kind of want to start like getting a storage area. And it doesn't have to be anything super fancy or anything, but just somewhere where I can kind of have like a storage area and a work area, because everything's kind of higgledy-piggledy at the moment. What I'll probably do is when I go off camera later, I'll cut down all of these cherry wood trees, and then, yeah, kind of make some more of these pens to hold some more animals, and start like a bit of a forest and stuff, and just get everything a bit more organised. So that's probably what I'll do sort of in between this episode and the next one. Okay, so is this clockwork? This is just a crafting recipe, I think. Okay, there we go. Clockwork Engine. That is complete. I was going to say, I think it's complete. Alright, so we get a loot chest, so let's see what we get for that. Dark oak saplings. Alright, that's cool. Yeah, that's cool. I'm using a lot of dark oak, so that makes sense that we have that. So let's put that in there. I just want to check actually if I have any dark oak saplings. I do have loads. Okay, so I'm not going to do that right now, but I'll go and plant those off camera later on as well. What I was thinking I might do is have like I quite like the cherry wood look with the trees up here, so if we go up to this bit, that looks pretty cool down there. So I'm thinking the dark oak I might put kind of around here, like either side of this bridge, and then I reckon that'll be quite a nice effect. So we'll see how that goes, but that could be good. The other thing I thought about is whether we want to get into doing some Steve's carts to get like a bit of a tree farm made up. So let's just have a look at this. Sorry, my recording just skipped there. So basically this is Steve's cart stuff right here. So you get the cart assemblers and managers and all this kind of stuff. But basically what it does is you can create a little system where you get like automatic tree farms and things. And it's something that you can potentially do early game. You get the resources available to you. So yeah, it's something I'm going to look at. Some of this stuff's a little bit more advanced, but I probably won't do that in this episode. In fact, I won't do that in this episode, to be honest. So I'm not going to worry about that for a second. What I do want to do is we've done that quest. So I want to have a look now at what the next one is. Okay, making the atomic reconstructor. That's cool. I want one of these, so it makes sense to do this quest. So it's just saying here, the atomic reconstructor uses CF, which is the same as RF and FE, just another name, to change certain things into other things. Again, this is just kind of telling me how the machine works, and I can show you guys that in a minute. Just like with this Clockwork Engine, when you place this down, you'll see here when I right click it, it keeps changing colour, and once it goes to the red colour, you have to kind of stop, otherwise you'll hurt yourself. And you can see there it's starting to generate RF. So it's just basically a very easy, basic early game power source that doesn't require materials, it just requires you to right click it. So you can create as much power as you're willing to right click for, basically. Okay, so let's have a look at the atomic reconstructor. So an iron casing. So let's get some iron thrown into, there we go, 1, 2, 3, 4, let's tidy that up a little bit. Here, so we can make our iron gear, and then we need 4 redstone, 4 more iron. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just going to chuck that into here with some tiny coal, just because that's kind of an easy way to do that. Alrighty, so that'll be that. 4 redstone we've got on us. The Kysen's also going to need some sticks. Oh, and 4 more iron as well. Haha. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's right, isn't it? Yeah. Just checking I'm not making up the wrong stuff. So 4 of those and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. Boom. So that can be smelted in the background. And then sticks, I believe, we probably have. Yeah. Alright, well, this is pretty easy. We got another quest done, and we can get that set up somewhere around here. I probably should have placed that somewhere different. I wonder if this stores energy if you pick it up and place it. Let's have a look. So it was on about 14. No, it doesn't. Okay. Well, it's a lesson learned for next time. I didn't want it there anyway, so that's cool. Okay, so we want to make up this metal casing, right? So that should be done right now. Oh, do we get blood in there? Let's have a look at that. Yes. No? No, it's iron. Okay. Oh, should have made sure I was on gold, but luckily I was. No, wait, I didn't want gold. Ah, what a lemon. Alright, let's let's put that back to there. This gold, I put it in here by mistake in the first place, just nothing but problems. Actually, I'm going to need that at some stage, I would think, so yeah, I'll just keep that somewhere. Okay, so we've still got some gold in there, though, to sort out at some stage. Kind of just making a mess. Alright, so let's get stuff out here. Do I have everything I need for this casing now, I think? Yep, got all that on me. So let's go here, add that in there, so we've got our casing. And I think once I get this, I'm ready to make the reconstructor, which would be pretty awesome. There we go, Atomic reconstructor. Aha, right, so let's claim our reward, another loot chest. What's it going to be this time? Oh, blimey, 2 Certus quartz crystals. Well, it's not very exciting at all. I'll add that to the 11 of those I already have. Oh well, maybe I'll use it for something in the future. But that was a bit pants, wasn't it? Okay, so the next thing this wants me to make here is a carpenter. Yeah, okay. Well, look, we'll have a look at this. But actually, I don't think I'm going to be in too much of a rush to do that one. We've got some of these little side quests here as well. To make up things like pipes. So this is saying about you can decrease the time it takes for a fluid crafting recipe to complete. I'm going to need to think about this and kind of plot out my progression through this mod pack, because as much as like progressing through the quest is all good fun, whatever. You need to make sure on modded, from my experience at least, that you have a good infrastructure in place. So that way the late game is much more fun. Otherwise you can get a bit ahead of yourself and be doing the wrong kinds of things. So I'm going to have a think about all of that. One thing I know I want to do is get into making up some better food sources. So I'll just show you guys here. If we go top tier, all of these foods are great. They're all top tier foods. And you'll see on them they restore ridiculous amounts of hunger and saturation. But if we click on, for example, like this one, minus stew, you actually need a diamond for every one that you make, which at this stage of the game, that's too expensive. The burger, again, you're looking at some kind of complicated stuff here that you got to make up. But out of all of these, the one that's not too bad is pizza. So basically, the meat feast pizza, what do we need? Well, chicken and steak, easy peasy, just a couple of farms for that. Pepperoni, again, we need a farm for the pigs. And then we just need here some spices, some salt and bell peppers. Now this is all farmable stuff, very easy. The cutting board as well, it's just a one-time making item. We need a normal pizza as well. Again, you're looking at just the pork farm there, then you need tomato, dough, which is easy, and cheese. So like really this recipe, it's not that difficult. And it's a case of once I get some farms set up and running, I can 100% start making those more often. And yeah, it'll basically be a case of once we get those farms in place, we can hopefully start eating some pizza. Because honestly, the food thing, it can be a bit annoying. You have to eat all these different foods and sort out your lunchbox and stuff all the time. I was like, where is my lunchbox? I thought I'd lost it there for a second. So I'm thinking, getting food set up is a pretty good idea. And also, I kind of like the idea of doing, as I mentioned before, these kind of floating platforms over here, and so having some floating farms set up, and then some farms with like animals and things. I reckon that could be pretty cool. So that's kind of the goal. That's kind of what we're going to be heading towards. The food thing is going to be quite a big project, so it's not something I'll be doing in this episode. I'll be doing this off cam, to be honest. But just kind of letting you guys know what I'm thinking of doing, where I'm going with this. and you can leave me a comment or whatever on what your thoughts are on that. Now, I think before I place this atomic reconstructor, I'm going to have a look at getting a proper work area together, as I said. So I think the next thing for me to do is go cut down all these trees and then set up this work area and then move on to doing the farms and things. So that's kind of my thoughts, guys. I'd love to hear yours too if you have any ideas for the base. And don't forget as well, if you want to suggest a name for this little guy right here, then please do that down in the comments, and I'll pick someone's name for the next episode, someone who I think suggests the best name. But for now, guys, unfortunately, I think that's going to be about it for today's episode. We're kind of running out of time here. So as always, guys, thanks very much for watching, and I will see you next time.